Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Along the Kiel Canal for another instalment. Episode number 15. We're in August. We've moved forward to August the 1st. Done a little bit in between episodes. Mostly housekeeping, moving some grain around. I moved grain up to the bakery, which I had turned off. I wanted to turn it back on. It is, yeah. I turned it off because it came up. I was ran out of barley, so I moved it up. Moved it load over there. I moved grain up, oats up to the horse farm. I moved barley over to the chicken farm, and I paid a visit to the pig farm and got going there. You know what? Let's just go down to the pig farm because we have not really been on the pig farm at all. Now, okay. Now, what I done was I delivered straw bales. I did place this storage here. This is from Bally Springs downloadable pack. So I did place this here. I done the tiles on the ground. I done a few other bits and pieces. I didn't add any. I added straw, okay, because I brought them down on as bales. I didn't add any any grain in for the pigs yet. I placed silage bunker because we didn't have one. So we kind of got, or there was one. It was out here. It was miles away. I added one to the horse farm. We didn't have one up there, but we had one here. So I just kind of getting this ready to use. Another shed here, which I'm not really going to use, but that's why I didn't want to start taking them down. I wanted to kind of explain to you what I'm going to do. Okay, we're going to transport all the way over to our sheep and chicken farm. So I transported the grass over. We have wool now, which we're going to have to start taking care of. I transported the grass over, dropped it in the intake point, but we also have one of those barns here as well. And we have another shed here, which may not be used. We have fresh supplies of barley in here, so we have barley and wheat in here now, and grass, don't ask me. I had a bale that was partially gone on the trailer and ended up driving through the point that got taken in, and the chickens are full. I topped them up, so they're okay. Now, farm number 4, I should say, well, remote farm number 3, the horse farm. Horse farm has a pasture here, which we can get into, and I was thinking of cutting the grass here to make hay out of it. I kind of looking at the size of the area on the map, and it does cover all of this area. And I'm kind of thinking, you know what, we're going to need a grass field eventually, and I'll kind of set my sights on this one here, number 46, which will supply grass for the sheep and hay for the horses. Now, I haven't got any horses yet, even though there is oats in here. They do have some food. This is a hay loft. It only takes hay. It doesn't take grass and turn it into hay. So it's good as a storage. We also have a shed, which will I utilise it? Probably, because it's not taking over half the site. Then again, yeah, I probably will. I'll probably leave that one there. I don't want to go tearing everything down. Place down manure heap here because they do produce manure, so I'll put that down. So there's a few changes made during the time between the two episodes. So what are we going to do? First thing we're going to do, we're going to have a look at the random event and what it's dealt us this time. So the random event is for wet harvest. Now, we don't have anything to harvest, so that's not a problem, but we're still going to take the hit. It's telling us we have additional costs, fuel costs, bits and pieces, so we'll just run with it instead of saying, well, I'm not harvesting anything and why should I pay 2,500? Well, it's just part and parcel. That's what we kind of signed up for. So there you go. I took the 2,500 out. I loaded the straw pack. I'm going to look at setting it up in this area here I need to do a little bit of research on it because we have just so much straw and we're going to have so much straw. But what are we going to do? A couple of things. We need grass equipment. This came up in the sale, a windrower. We have a tether, so we're going to buy the windrower. I just thought, you know what, let's get it. It's in the second-hand market and we wanted to utilise if we got, it's a decent size too, so we're going to need it down the road. So there you go. That's sorted out. Next thing, we need to sow canola, and I was looking for canola and I couldn't find it on the crop calendar. That's because it's in on the crop calendar here as oilseed rape, which is what we call it here in Ireland. We don't call it canola. That's why when I started playing Farming Simulator, I was going, what is canola? Because, and I did realise what it was. So it was just one of those things, just a different name on it here. The game calls it differently. So we'll run with it. We have it. It's there to do. We need to get some seed. Now we're going to need more seed anyway. We haven't got enough in this to do the field. We're going to do field number 1. We're going to get sown. I couldn't remember whether this was a direct planter or not. Now I'm going to just load this up the lazy way. And we'll get out to the field and we'll get some canola. Like if we can run through the crops. There it is. It was just when I was looking at the crop calendar. Couldn't see it. And then I went back in, I seen the icon. I said, oh, that's why I can't see it. Because it's down as oilseed rape on this map. OSR. And I'm going to cut across my grass field. So, plans this month. Yeah, I'm thinking I may actually have a look at changing whatever buildings I want on the other maps as well. Instead of doing them between episodes, I will do them between clips rather than I'm going to run into that tree. I knew I was trying to get around the other side of it because I know that the line is here where it. Well, I'm going to do the ups and downs first anyway. So we have weeds. There's no way of dealing with these except when we have a crop in the field and they come up again, which is a bit of a pain. 3 headlands, that'll do me. That'll do nicely. And we're going to start with the up and downs. This will take a bit of time. I'm going to have to get the truck and I'll have to load up some seed because I know it's not going to make it the whole way on. I think we're going to have to buy seed. I don't think we have enough. Now, weeds will disappear, but then they'll come back again. When they come back again, that's when we can actually deal with them. That's the next time we can deal with them. So, we're canola going in this field. The other field that we harvested last month, the one that had the oats in it, we'll put barley or wheat or something else in that. Let's just browse the crop calendar. What could we put in that's different? Like we could put spelt in it. That can't go in until October anyway. But most of them can't go in until next month anyway. Wheat or barley, triticale, they can't go in until next month. So with spelt, we're looking at September for that. So we will put it in. I'm going to do every second line the way I normally do it. And I need to throttle that back so when I lift it up, it doesn't speed up to mad speed. Here we go. And we're on the wrong line. Yeah, we'll put one of the other crops in there. We're not going to do oats or barley this time. We'll throw in spelt or triticale or something like that, just for variety, more than anything else. We can still process it in the grain mill anyway, so that's not an issue. So that's kind of the plan. Yeah, we're going to move forward with if we do take down the buildings, the only stipulation I have if we take down the buildings is the money has to be spent on that particular farm, whether it means constructing a soil or putting up another building in its place. Now, the other thing I had thought about doing up there was I had thought about buying separate equipment for the farms, primarily for moving hay and stuff around. I had thought about getting a small windrower, a small tether, a small baler and a small mower tractor and leaving them on the horse farm just to cut the grass up there. May do that. Down the road when they come up, there is a small Massey Ferguson 165, I think it is, that came up in the second-hand market. I was thinking of purchasing this. I probably have this set too low. No, 17 is the working speed. That's okay. I had thought of purchasing it, the small tether and all that, and I said, I'm not going to double up on equipment like that. There's no point. If it means driving up there with the tractor to the field when we do get it, and with the tether and the windrower and the mowers and that, so be it. Anyway, let me get on with this. It's going to take a bit of time to do. In real time, I'm going to have to, the canola might be alright, but we'll have to get more fertiliser, definitely. It's going down pretty quick. But yeah, I'll get the seeds in the ground, and of course it's going to need rolling, and I'll keep you updated, keep you in the loop. Now, still putting in my stripy field. I did start a contract and then I stopped it because the piece of equipment I want to use it myself. I actually drove it over to the field and everything, and then started it, and it's after doing a little bit. You see 7%, but piece of equipment I want to use is another part of the Sky Agri Pack. Now we'll jump over. Oh yeah, I brought the stuff over to the field. I've already loaded up I've loaded up 2 bags of solid fertiliser. I had to take them off the trailer because the straps kept, it actually attached the tractor that loaded a whole lot to the trailer when I tried to lift the bag off. Yeah, what we're doing is we have a nice big R9 and we have the Sky cultivator, 12 metre, working with. Nice piece of kit. I wanted to use it. I started him off and then I thought, why am I getting him to do this? I'll do this myself. Might as well have a bit of fun. Like he's doing the headland around the island. I literally drove him in there and set him off. So this is all he's done. So I said, you know what, let's keep that. We'll do that ourselves. Just on some of the other contracts, mad, absolutely crazy. Sorghum harvest, 148,000, you have to deliver 872,000 litres. No thanks. The onion one, you have to deliver nearly, I suppose when you add in the 383 you have to deliver 4 million litres of onions. Not happening. I did notice it still says 11.6 hours for that field, so that must be just it must be just a thing with it. I'm going to do one of the baling contracts, not doing the round one, so I'll probably do that one. Might do another cultivation contract, might do fertilising. It's a little bit of variety. We'll do the 5 anyway that were earmarked to do for the episode anyway. So there's a bit there to get a bit of money flowing in. So we'll take it. This is going rather better than I thought. Don't mind the clock. Clock is on 2, so it's going up quicker, but making good progress because I jumped off to bring that cultivator over. That took a little bit of time and it wasn't going when I was away from the field and that. And then I brought the tractor over with the fertiliser and the seed on it and that. So I thought like doing 6 metre seeder, I thought this is going to take forever, but I do remember when I done it the last time, it wasn't actually that bad, so it isn't. I'm getting through it. We should avoid the weather that's coming in. Where is it? Weather. It's actually moved. Okay, was showing rain. Less is here now. Nope. Definitely was showing rain at 12 o'clock. Probably come back again because it is showing on the, unless that means tomorrow. Anyway, we'll take it once it's fine. It won't stop us sowing anyway, even if it does start raining. Well, that went quite well. We've just the 2 headlands to do now, and then I'm going to stick the when I get the stuff off the field, I'm going to stick the class on the roller and send him on his way around here to do this. I'm not doing the rolling guy. I want to play with the big R9 and the Sky 12 metre wide cultivator on that contract. So we're going to just get him in here, let him work away, and we're going to just get a bit of money in. We're spending it quicker than we're making it at this particular moment in time in this episode. But that's the way it goes. We're only starting on the contract, so that's only the first of the 5. So we've plenty of time to make up a bit of money and having to think about what I'm going to do with the other farms. Probably will sell the big shed up on the sheep and goats farm, put something more appropriate down. It's too big. We don't really need something that big. Might use the money to buy, as I said, just a small bit of equipment for the farm as well. Put some sort of a shed down. We could do having a trailer up there just for moving feed into the 2 pens, the chicken and the goat and sheep pen. So a small tractor and a trailer, and maybe we'll have a look at it and see what's needed, and have a think about it. But for now, I'll just get this done, and I will see you on the field when I'm in that big R9. Field is sown. Just set this guy up. Off he goes. Bye bye. See you later. Rolled 9 months. Okay. Now, fun. Let the fun begin. Let's see. First things first. What have we got? 3 headlands. Yeah, we'll do a 3rd headland. Why not? Still only giving us 1 around that. Okay, let's get this ball rolling. Okay, it's only giving us 1 headland. Let's just start over here and see where we are. That a headland? That's a headland. Tell you what, we're going to do the 3rd headland and get it knocked out, and then we'll know exactly where we're going when we're lifting that's why I done the headland on the sowing field. I done the inner headland so that I wasn't leaving lines of all different lengths when you get to the end. Where do I lift it? Where do I drop it? Where do I lift it? So it just makes it look tidier. So it doesn't look like there is 2 headlands out there. This will take a little bit of time. It's not one of the biggest fields. It's decent size, but it'll just take a little bit of time to get through it. And we can have a play in a nice little tractor. Yeah, very good. Main reason for doing this series, I wanted to use big equipment like this, part of it, and try out the Sky Agri Pack, as I said. And what better way than the 12 metre cultivator that comes with it. Now, let's see, is he going to turn, or do we need to? Yeah, we need to go back onto the line. I'm going to swing around. I'm going to do my usual. How are we doing for lock? We're doing okay. Of course, articulated tractor makes it much, much easier. I'm back on. Jump back inside. Yeah, so plans. What's our plans? Our plans is we have more contracts to do. I haven't looked at them really, to be honest with you. I haven't been paying attention. I've just been getting that other field done. I don't think we'll be doing any harvest contracts. They're all too big. We haven't got a sprayer, so we're kind of looking at, there was a ploughing contract there, but it's gone. That's sometimes what happens when you go out and come back in. It might come up again because we're more than likely going to be in the 2nd day. We have a big cultivation contract on field number 16, which is 50 acres. To be honest with you, I'd like to do, maybe I might do 1 more cultivation contract, but I'd like to mix it up and do a few other bits in between. Probably put a worker on one of them, but I want to do a little bit of the work myself anyway. This is okay, 18 kilometres an hour working speed, 12 metre spread, not bad. We'll get through this in decent enough time. Run the clock on 2. We're going to leave it on 2 because we've got 3 days anyway in the month. And once that field is rolled, our work on our own farm is done. Yeah, what I did say earlier about buying that grass field up there, I think that'll be kind of a target next. Regards food supply for the horse and the sheep. Although, mind you, I have the trailer parked beside our hay loft to get hay to bring up to the horses. So I think we're okay with food for them. So we're definitely okay with food for the sheep. So maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just hang on, see how we get on with what we have, and then we can look at buying another crop field, if you know what I mean. Like, honestly, we had intended to buy number 61, which is sugar beet, and that could be well within reach before it's ready to harvest now. So we'll take a look at that anyway before we move forward into the next month, and before we do more in this episode. So I'm going to keep working away on this, enjoying playing with my new toys, and I will give you an update when we get this one done. No point in keeping the the cultivator dropped and only travelling at 18 kilometres an hour. There we go. Right, I'll crack on with this. The wrong button. Okay, you can give out to me. I'm using the equipment off the other contract on this one. It was only up the road from the other one. I decided, I had a worker on another contract, and I decided, I want to use this again. I actually enjoyed using this. And the rolling's finished on the field, and the other contract is finished. I can't collect the first one until this is done, or the equipment will disappear. A slap on the wrist. You can give out to me. I don't care in the comments. I did say I wasn't going to use it, but I actually, I'd probably look forward to buying one of these or buying the quad track. It's one of the main reasons for jumping into this map. Now, when I have time and I'm going up and down the lines, I'm not being totally idle, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous. I'll show you why. Construction, right? Omatana's packs. I actually like these buildings, and I haven't had a map. Now, they are German. It's a German farm pack. I'm thinking of using them, and of course I've keep stopping and going over to the farm and placing them down. There's a silo that holds 10 million. You can put them side by side. Then you do have, go back into that again. You do have farm buildings as well. You do have normal, like that's the garage, that's the small one. I've never really had a map to use them on. That's one of them. There's another one with 3 doors, that one there. They're not expensive. And I have already moved everything out of the other shed, but I'm trying to fit them in on the yard, and I can't kind of get them to, I don't know, without moving the shed I have in the middle, which isn't a big deal, I can't fit them in. But next thing, I did say about doing the straw pack, and it's, of course, one of the most expensive things in there. There you go, 350,000. Yeah, the palletizer. It's not that big. Where's our farm? Over here. Where am I going? No, on the wrong side of the river. Here we go. I did think putting it down somewhere around here, and I was thinking of putting the other buildings along here, which means then I need to move this out of the way. Need to move that building out of the way and move this, because I need, if I'm using the drive-throughs on them, I need to move them up a bit or give them room or turn them that way, which means that's in the way or whatever. It's kind of like problems that I'm making, which shouldn't really be problems, but I just want to have a bit of fun on this one. The other thing, I don't know where anybody has used this. Where is it? It's 150,000, I think. I'm not quite sure what it actually does. No, it's not 150. That there. The lizard mineral water production, which seems to do a lot of things, but then you have to put a lot into it. Now, it's a huge complex. But, where's that? buildable pad somewhere around. It actually fits on it. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe down the road we can just put that in for the sake of it and see how it works and do that as part of this map as well. You know what I mean? That's just my thoughts. I'm dangerous when I have nothing to do. Anyway, let's collect these few contracts which are done. Oh, don't collect. That one's done. Yeah, we're finished that. Collect that. Don't collect that one or we're going to lose the equipment. That's the one we're on. And then we have a baling contract. So we have one more to do after that. It's a square baling contract. I already have the tractor over at the field. You see what I'm doing? I'm jumping between things when I have the other workers doing the work, because I did use a worker to do that other one. And I started a worker off on this one just so I could go and finish off the rolling. It was kind of got a bit messy near the end. Now, the strip that was on the field, I don't know what the story is with that. You know where I said I thought I caused crop damage? And I couldn't remember driving to it. It was still there. So I don't know. It's something that just appeared on the map. I don't know what it was anyway, but I thought the roller wasn't working on it, but when I finished the field, it was still there. So I literally went in using the power tools, and just when you go in and you just select the field, it just tells you when you're standing in the field where it's finished, it tells you what's there. I just applied it to the rest of the field. It got rid of the marks, but according to when you walk on it, there's nothing sown on it. So I don't know what the story is with that. That is something that just appeared, and I did say it several times. I do not remember driving across that part of the field. But yet, when you walk on that, where those two lines were, it's not showing that there's nothing sown there. It has given the texture as if it's rolled, but it's not showing anything. When the minute you walk off it, you get the feel, the growth stage, the whole lot. So I honestly don't know what caused that or why it's there. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see if there's a crop come up on it all or whatever. It actually tells you there's weeds growing in the other parts, but in that part it doesn't give you anything. So, look, it's not the end of it. If it is just a little bug on the map, it's not gonna ruin it anyway. It's only just one little strip. We harvested with it there already. But anyway, what I'm gonna do, let me get this finished up. I'm gonna jump in and do that baling contract, and we'll have one more to do. And I'm going to have that, and I have to do the baling contract anyway. I can't put a worker on it, so I'll pick a worker for the next one probably and do it alongside me doing the baling contract. But we're going to jump forward into the second day anyway, because we're running out of time in this day. And yeah, I'm kind of finding when I record episodes on this map, it takes a long time. Don't get me wrong, if I wasn't enjoying it, I'd call it quits. But I'm enjoying using the big gear. I'm watching videos on YouTube while I'm doing it, and you know, a couple of times I've ended up drifting off the field because I got caught up watching what I'm watching on YouTube. And I just enjoying it for a change to do these, because it's the first time, as I said, I've done an FRX map that I've actually been recording on. I did try to do a multi-map before, and I think I kicked it into touch after 6 episodes. So we're on episode 15, so I'm doing quite good in this one. That kind of got me head around the time it takes to do stuff on this one. So anyway, I rambled on for long enough when I brought you back in, but just to let you know where we are. I'm going to finish this off. We're nearly there. I'm going to move forward to the next day, pick another contract, and while I have a worker doing it, I will get that baling contract done myself. Okay, moved on to third day. Where am I going? In the combine. You really want to know? I think you could probably guess. We've already bought ahead for a John Deere. Second-hand market has thrown up something, so we're going to sell this. The tank on it's only 10,000 litres, so we're going to get something with a little bit more space. A little bit bigger head we have. I know it's going to make things a little bit more difficult getting around the field. I'll get in front of him. Yes, I will. Thank you. Oh, second-hand market, I hate you. I moved on to the third day to get another contract to come up. We have a hoeing contract with our own equipment. That's grand. We'll do that once the baling is done. But we're going to say goodbye to our class. Now, I did do repairs already. So, we got... It's worth money because it's fairly new. And we're not buying that John Deere. That was the one I first seen and thought about. But another one has come up. I didn't check the market, then I jumped in and I checked it and I seen this one. So we're going to, I think we might go all the way to the big engine. What size? 7? What? I'm not sure about the look of that on. It's probably realistic. You know, I kind of like... Kind of like that. You know, that's kind of what I... No, that's not realistic to me. Whatever about going with the likes of that to give you 7 M50. No. I don't like the look of it. I know the other one is more expensive, the fold down one. Yeah, I like that. I know it's not that. We can have a look. We need to go capacity. This is the same one I have on that I bought when I was finishing up on Lemiche. So we don't need any of the extras. What, that just gives it a different GPS. Yeah, that's all. We don't need any of that. Flags, no. Mercedes DLC, no. And rather, oh, pipe. Yeah, pipe. You go a bit longer. They do foldables as well. Okay, we'll go with that. There you go. We have our combine. We need to get this guy out of the way. So we more or less done a swap. By the time we buy the trailer, it will be a swap. I will leave you there. Okay, what head is that? Because we need to get a trailer. I have no idea which model it is. Here we go. What is it? It is HD50F. Okay. No doubt there won't be a second-hand trailer, but they're not that expensive anyway. So we need to go and find the head. Because I always buy the wrong one if I just take a chance on it. HD50F. Oh. Oh, it's a biggie. 30,000. No color options. Okay. No point messing about with it. So there you go. We have bought ourselves a new combine. Bought a new head. Oh yeah, it looks bigger alright, doesn't it? There's a big trailer. I can see that being pulled around on the back of a combine. Or not a combine, a tractor. This is next year's stuff. Yeah, much bigger. Lower down the head and pull it back in. Lower the rail, pull it back in. When they're sticking up in the air, they just look so much bulkier. This is big. It's a big upgrade. Needs repairing. it doesn't look too bad, but given the price of the combine, it will probably cost us a fortune. Not going to do it now anyway. We're going to hang on to a few bob we have. And there you go. When it comes up, you have to grab it with both hands in the second-hand market. I'm wondering now, is the pipe long enough, but we can extend it if not. Anyway, I will get this back to the farm. I'm not going to talk to you because I'll only crash on the way back if I keep talking to you. And I'll get that baling contract started, get stuck into it. And then we have our hoeing contract to do, and that's going to be it then. On the field doing a bit of work that I can't be looking at the second-hand market with, because I have to keep an eye on the swats and drive along them, so not spending any more money. 3,800 to do the repairs. It's based on the overall cost of the combine. Of course, if I had an X9 or whatever, or 9 or whatever it is, the big John Deere, it'd be a lot more expensive. It depends on your overall cost of buying the combine brand new, the repairs. So I was kind of surprised. I just drove it over. I didn't repair it yet. I said I'll wait until next time we're doing repairs and that when I have it out. So kind of happy enough. Of course, the header barely fits in the shed because it's in the lean-to now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get these two contracts done and out of the way before we finish the episode. I had thought about putting a few horses into the shed. I need to bring hay up there. We don't have any, but I have hay in the hay dryer or the hay store, the loft, the metal loft we have in the yard. So I already have our forage wagon, which holds 50,000 litres parked beside us. So what I'm going to do, we're finishing out the episode. Let's go and grab a forage wagon full of hay and we'll bring it up to the horses. And I think we need straw up there as well because they do produce manure. So, or did I bring straw up? No, I didn't. I brought straw elsewhere. Yeah, so we'll do that before we finish off. We'll get a few horses onto the farm and then we'll finish up the episode. So for now, let me just walk away and get these two contracts. I'll tell you what, I'll get this one done. Then we'll deal with the horses and I'll do the hoeing contract then. Between episodes. This is the last one. That's the 5th contract for the month anyway, so this will take a little bit of time. There's a bit of rain on the way at 10 o'clock. We probably get caught in it because I you know what, I could slow the clock down until 1 speed. There you go. Just for this. And yeah, we've dabbled in the second-hand market enough between buying the windrower and then buying there is, you know, I'm looking too, and I'm not done. I'm sorry. It's a Hardy sprayer, 72% off. I do prefer the mounted one on the back, but pulse width modulation, okay, it'll cost us 37,000. It's done. We're done. We blew all the money we made. It's all gone. Look, we're getting the farm together. We're dabbling in the second-hand market where we can, and thankfully it's being good to us. It means now we're going to have to spray our own fields anyway. Pulse width modulation save us a fortune, plus we can do spraying contracts with it, and it won't cost us that much to do them either. So look, I hate the extended mod sometimes to the second-hand market, but it is what it is. Anyway, let me get this done, get some money back in the bank before we finish up. Change of plan. I'm not going to feature getting the horses sorted out and the hay and all of that. We'll do it in the next episodes because I'm going to be rushing it to fit it in because we're already 40 minutes long on this episode or something like that. So instead of doing that, let's just do a recap. I haven't sold the bread yet. There's not a lot. I need to move the flour up. I went down to get, there wasn't enough. So the tractor's parked down there with the trailer to load it up and bring it up again because there's no point in bringing a half trailer up and then at the end of the month bringing another half trailer up. So we'll just bring it all up at the end of the month. So busy month. What did we buy? Okay, we bought the combine head between episodes. We bought the windrower. We bought a combine and we bought a sprayer. And we've no money, and we know why. We done the contracts and spent what we got. Okay, granted, we probably got more for our own combine selling it than we did for the one we bought, and that's down to the mod. The mod cost more. The one we sold cost more than the one we bought. So swings and roundabouts, we'll take it. Anyway, we got our canola in the fields. We got it rolled. Fully prepped. We're going to have weeds in it. We have a sprayer now to deal with that, and we're going to have to deal with the next field in the next month, because we'll be in September. We'll be able to put a winter crop in it, or do we put a grass crop, or to be honest with you, should have thought about it and got a grass crop in there this month, and then we put a spring crop in, but we didn't do that, and it's too late now. I'm not going to do it now. Like, we could have put grass in. We could put a crop in that's harvested in early spring. Well, the only thing we really have is grass anyway. So, the grass type crops. And in the springtime, could we sow wheat or that? No, we couldn't. Probably got miles off. We'd be sowing oats again. That would be it. So, no, we'll get wheat or barley into that field anyway. We had oats in it, so we can go wheat or barley, and that's doing our crop rotation. Anyway, for now, episode number 15 from along the Kiel Canal. We're done. It's been productive from my end, it feels like it, because it takes so long to record these episodes in comparison with playing on a standard map. But yeah, I have to say I'm enjoying the use of the big equipment. I would feature more of it, only the whole episode would be gone just doing one contract. So kind of doing jump cuts rather than speed up cuts, or whatever you call it, cinematics and stuff like that. Because look, I can do cinematics. It's something I just don't choose not to do. I have the software for doing it, no problem whatsoever. I've done them and trying them out to see could I, and yeah, I don't mind other people doing it, but it's not the way I do it in my channel. So happy enough to just continue on the way I do. And must be doing something right, because thanks to all the subscribers I have for coming back, and all the comments and everything else, really appreciate it. But for now, episode number 15, we're done. As per usual, if you haven't hit the like button, you're still here, please do. And if you happen to be still here and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button to follow on. What can I say? We're busy with the other series as well on the map. We're our Lamiche start from scratch. The Hamlet's coming to an end. Lamiche, the original one we were doing, the animals have kind of nearly reached the stage we need to just do the final episode to finish up, to do the comparison on them. And what are we going to do after that? We may be going south of the equator, I'll put it to you that way. And actually, by the time you watch this, there might be something out ahead of us. Let me say, something's caught my imagination and is drawing me in big time. I think you can guess. Anyway, until next time, from along the Kiel Canal and from the channel, from myself, Biggles, all that's left to say is goodbye until the next one. Bye bye.